Gentlemen in the mix.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Tesla earning report, where they dumped 75% of their Bitcoin holdings, where they had an average cost basis 29,300-ish, right around here. Remember that time that Bitcoin kept bouncing off that 28,800 level countless times, right? And eventually broke it, and that's where they bought. Back around, I guess, January to, I guess they bought all over the place, but their average ended up being, in the high 20s, almost 30K pretty much. Some people would say it's 30K, but regardless, you could only believe that they had something to do with the support finally breaking and a massive drawdown occurring. And the issue is Tesla owns, you know, still they're 25% of their holdings, which is nothing, and it's still a cost basis of 29,300, and we're at 23,270. At one time, you were at $17,600. So just gross, man. Just they needed that money for free cash flow. What they got, like 600 million in cash flow, and they offloaded like 930 million of Bitcoin. So they did that. They didn't sell their Doge. By the way, why not while we're here? You know, if you haven't heard it yet, you should.
Yeah, actually, it should be mentioned that the reason we sold a bunch of our Bitcoin holdings was that we were uncertain as to when the COVID lockdowns in China would alleviate. So it was important for us to maximize our cash position given the uncertainty of the COVID lockdowns in China. We are certainly open to increasing our Bitcoin holdings in future. So this should not be taken as some verdict on Bitcoin. It's just that we were concerned about overall liquidity for the company given COVID shutdowns in China. And we have not sold any of our Dogecoin.
Wow. Okay. They didn't sell their Doge, so no big deal. We're good. We're safe. So yeah, that's just kind of like what's happened. That's kind of what's helped usher in a little bit of selling pressure, but not much, man. Really not much at all. Remember, in like a week, Bitcoin's up like 28% from its lowest low to its highest high. And just looking back at the original channel where you had one on the bottom, two on the bottom, right, and then one on the top, and you just leave it alone, you know, the upthrust and the rally, and now you've tested the top of the channel, and you could even adjust for a couple more, like another touch from January or June 26, excuse me, and you upthrusted through it and you've rejected it, and so there could be some downside in the short-term uptrend you've been in since Black Saturday, June 18th, and the reversal began. So I mean, you know, you're kind of in this little uptrend we've been in. You are considered a little overbought, and yeah, you can make it to the heart line, whatever. And really, some of the altcoins, man, I was scanning, like some are like okay, fine, they've still broken out, but some are terrible. Some are really bad still after today. So we got less than an hour till your daily close, like always, normally. And that's it so far. God, you know, it's crazy. Like the trade setup was like 24,800 and change. We got to 24,266. It's just like, man, so close, but yet so far away, right? So close, man. Yeah, 24,883 was that first target, and you're just like right there. Couldn't get there, not yet. I mean, that's really unfavorable news, man. Like, yeah, something like Elon selling on an earnings report. It's kind of like, really, man? We already had everything else stacked against us, so. But yeah, I mean, the selling pressure's been rather mild. You know, we got as low as 22,922, but we did show a bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hour, and there is some like bearish divergence on some of these altcoins across the market, and just, yeah, you've just had this extended amount of positive momentum, a wave up. There's nothing wrong with a wave down, even if it's a short wave down, to get you some negative momentum again. It's just normal, right? You get negative momentum and positive momentum with waves up and down with price action. So can't be that surprised. I mean, really, like that right there, a little bit of Class C bearish divergence, getting overbought not once but twice. Yeah, not really ideal when you're at a supply line like that. So look at the daily. Daily, no big deal, man. Like nothing happened today. Like if you look at the daily, there's no problems, man. It's just indecision candle after a couple really nice days. So closing like this, there's no big deal. It looks like you did on the 4-hour stall out at that December 20th, 2020 high a little bit before pulling back. It's okay. Again, so you just keep your eye on the prize. It could still get there, man. It could definitely still get there, but yeah, it's not fun when one of the Tesla when Tesla, a large company, reported in its earnings that it offloaded most of its Bitcoin, yeah, that's not going to help the price. So I guess we can look at Ethereum if y'all want. Really not a big deal, man. It's like, who cares? Like, you could, I think it might be weird if Ethereum doesn't backtest 1420 from here. I think a backtest to 1420 would make plenty of sense and would be fine, right? There'd be no problems there. What would be wrong with backtesting a swing low and your previous cycle top as support before rallying to 1728? There's nothing wrong with that idea. Backtests happen all the time, right? So, but hey, man, if it's really strong, they don't never test it. And, it's so strong right now, it hasn't even, you still got a ways to go before you test it. So, not overbought anymore, but in the bullish control zone, there are no issues on Ethereum. Nothing screaming a big reversal's coming. But, yeah, just, again, doesn't help with what happened with Bitcoin. And, yeah, I'm just more concerned about some of these smaller coins on their 4-hour time scales. They look like garbage, man. I mean, Ethereum's like, okay, BNB, okay, Bitcoin, kind of okay. But dang, man, some of these alts are not making higher highs, right? You get that? Some of them are not. They're just making like lower lows than their lows from like late June. And then they're like confirming those lower. It's sickening. And it's kind of interesting because, there's normally so much homogeny in these markets. I guess we'll like try to, I'll spacebar through some of them so you can see what I'm talking about. It's just weird dynamics. I guess, there's finite money, a lot, really finite money now, and maybe just any of the money that exists would only be going into like the larger cryptos or select cryptos, and the other ones are just like, redheaded stepchild stuff. It's just, not enough money to put into US coin. Sorry. We'll look at that. Here's your total, man, tradition, right?
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
The bears out here hit its highest high today at 1.07 trillion, just very close to that candle high close on the daily from January 10th, 2021. It was kind of like if you broke this level where it could probably go to, it pretty much has. It's very, very close to the low from May 12th of this year too. So that's kind of it. Nothing burger today after nice markups after a breakout of 959 billion. Cool. All right, so let's look at BNB. I think start with the 4-hour, why not? And so you can see the channel. Remember the channel or wedge, right, where like broke the demand line but faked out, but held 220, started rallying, made a higher low. As you can see, a supply line. Look, from June 16th, that's 1, 2, and then our third touch. Remember these parallel channels, you want 3 touches. 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom, or 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top. You get more, that's wonderful. But 3 is the minimum criteria for for a channel to use the tool, on your own. And with 1 and 2 and 3, you leave that alone. Okay, yeah, a lot of chop and stuff, and I think there was a demand line, right, like this inside of it. Cool. You even got the back test of that demand line on July 16th before rallying to the top. And you've now like up thrusted and failed, and now you're back inside of the channel for now. So I think that's interesting, and there could be some more downside here with that going on. And yeah, there's a little bit of divergence. You can imagine the high, the highest high, or the high, the higher high, then the highest high, and it's like you were diverging there at a key kind of level of the channel, the short-term uptrend you've been in. So what does that also mean? That just means maybe you're a little overbought in this little uptrend you've been in since the bottom, in June. So there could be more downside. It's down 4.17%, 4.2%.
Is that a joint?
Elon, not today, man. Too soon. So I can't be that surprised at all if BNB comes to test 247, right? Why? Because look at your like candle low close from May 12th, right around that wick high from June 26th. From July 7th, why not? I mean, it could. Like, that's probably where it's headed to if things don't go too well for Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin was at the top of its own channel too, so a little overbought. That's okay. You can pull back, make a higher low, and run again later, attempt that rally. So that probably, you would think, just thinking critically, is where BNB would be headed to. 47 next, $10 from here. Okay. Negative momentum building, you know, for the first time since July 13th. A little over a week after this really spectacular run from 218 to a high of 275, man. That's it. Okay. BNB, and then, well, who knows today? It could be, I think it's XRP, but it still is. It's still XRP by about a $800 million market cap. All right. Is the stream on? Music, audio levels good? Are we good? Grand, wonderful, sweet. So you got something, right? If we're normally looking on some daily, we know we broke out of a wedge, but let's look at the 4-hour closes, right? The candle closed from May 12th, interesting, like BNB, and you have touches here, right? There was, you know, first support, then again tested May 26th, and then a clear rejection June 24th, and once again, once more, rejected at 37.7 cents. It's not a joke area. This goes back, right? Remember 38 cents? If you break back above 32.5 cents, the target's normally always 38 cents because of history. And it, once again, right, in the locally seeing it here. Okay, so you're just trying to test 35.7 cents if you don't hold it, right? Normally what happens, a very thin order book between 32.5 and 37 cents, right? Down, then up and down. You know, not always straight up and down, but most of the time up and then down. So look at all, you want to talk about divergence on the 4-hour. I mean, can somebody, you know, check on XRP? That's serious bearish divergence the whole way up, right? Every time you make a high, you're just making lower levels. Good God. And then when you hit a resistance and the divergence is so well matured, you can't be that surprised if a pullback occurred, right? Am I crazy here? So that's kind of it, man, for your XRP. We go to daily. Yeah, you still broke out. You broke out, and you're still just struggling with these levels here. Can't break them, and I can imagine why. If Bitcoin's not going to perform well, XRP isn't either. Okay, so you got to make a higher high, and you're really trying, and maybe you did, but it's about the same high still in my book. Come on, man. It's going to require Bitcoin going to 25 to 28K if you want XRP to get up there to like the 40s. It's not going to happen unless Bitcoin does that. That's it, dude. Okay. All right, now Cardano. Yep. That, yeah, really, if you look at it like a range, it's, you know, let me show you the 4-hour on Cardano. All right, it's just kind of like a range between like 44 cents and 60 cents or 61 cents. And, you know, there's a local high from June 16th at 53 cents that it just failed to break. It just started rolling over Bitcoin. But you'd think if it was worth any kind of crap at all, it would make it to 61 cents, the top of the range, after, you know, just failing to break below, you know, the support and then rallying and then back testing it. You'd think, just no, not enough demand to get it up there. Like Bitcoin, right, broke its own little channel, BNB, Ethereum, they had all broken their little channels, and this one can't even it gets halfway and just starts rolling over again. So now all you can hope for if you're a Cardano fan is just a higher low than your previous low and maybe stay above 44 cents. That's your only hope here. Very weak, man. Like pathetic trash loser until you start breaking above 65, 66 cents. For real, dude. It's awful. It's just would paint more local lower highs than the previous highs and the previous over and over and over, right? Just forget it, dude. Just crap on a chart. Just lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, getting ready to dump again. I mean, I think eventually, right when Bitcoin's done, it goes to 25K. It ends now with Elon. It goes to 30K, and then it starts rolling over again. I think eventually, man, like Cardano's probably gonna see 11, 12 cents when it's all said and done. I don't care how high it retraces. Eventually, Cardano's gonna see these crazy basement level prices if you're just patient enough. This is Rudy Poo. This is not indicative of a bullish reversal bottom being put in. It's just not. I mean, talking about this particular asset right now, it just looks like crap still. And that's it. Sorry, dude. If you're a Cardano moon boy, who are you? Okay, let's move on. Next one. Wait, did y'all say the audio was okay? What's up, Porter, man? What's up, Erwin Coffee? Shaylin, Brad. What's up, Man Bear Pig? What's up, Neff? Gail, hi. A lot of good people's in the chat today. Y'all get it, right? Audio's okay, thank y'all. All right. Yeah, I can't get behind Cardano, technically. I just can't, man. I don't even care. It goes 61 cents. Wow, it hits the top of the range. It can't even get halfway there. It gets halfway there and it starts rolling over. Just bad, dude. Okay. All right, Sol, you know, that did make a higher high. We couldn't get to $48.62. We figured if you broke 37.37, your target would be 48.62. You couldn't get there. That's the macro rolling over, man. That's the news. That's Bitcoin selling off. No altcoin's going to be safe except Doge, I guess, because that last 1 second of the clip, we've not sold any of our Doge holdings. Like, really, man? Okay, so I don't know. I mean, you're trying to hold on to this June 25th peak, and if it doesn't hold, you could very well see 37.37 again. $37.37 again. That's scenario. So this one's okay. I mean, like, right, higher lows, higher highs. You could definitely paint some sort of channel like we did on Bitcoin, right, and BNB and stuff, right? I haven't even attempted on this one really. There was that fake breakout, right? And there you have it. You just have a channel here, a short-term uptrend and a long-term, very long-term downtrend, and you couldn't even get to the top. It's just kind of
Gentlemen.
All right. So if it respects this channel, right, you come on down to $37 and change whenever you get there. A lot of these assets have these same like uptrends, but they're short-term, and they're not performing that great. Some better than others, but man, stuff like Sol, well, it's, you know, Sol again, like it's cool because it made a higher high than its previous highs. You know, a lot of alts aren't doing that at all. They don't have that luxury any. I never said they sold today, dude. What? No, they reported in their filing that they sold today. That's not FUD. That's real life. Dude, come on, man. Go to Dot. Yeah, Dot's like, you know, it's cool you made a higher high than your previous high, but what was the most discernible event was the lowest low. Now you're talking about a lower high than that June 26th high, and all of a sudden it starts like looking like a freaking harmonic, a W that, what did it do? Hit the 786 and started reacting. So it's going for a back test of the wedge or the consolidation structure it broke out of. Going for the back test, man. Trying to hold on to the high 740. Just locally from July 8th, but yeah, man, you go up, you go down. You don't go up every day. So as long as it stays above 685, it's fine for possibly more upside, but kind of having like a problem coming up with an argument on why this is somehow bullish again, right? It's just, right, the lowest low. Then if it tops out here, it would be one of the lowest highs. It would be compared to the previous highs. It would be the lowest high, right? I mean, these two highs, three highs here, and these highs, the highs before. So it's just kind of doing bear market stuff until it pivots, rallies, and then breaks 828. Because if it breaks 828, oh my God, I think you're going to $10, $10.41, but not until then. So yeah. Okay, so that's kind of like your little crypto rundown, I guess, whatever. So S&P 500 had its highest daily candle close today since June 9th. It's the same, you know, you're on a 4-day win streak, and kind of think we know what's maybe going on here. Spider, the little Gartley, the wave structure. I love it, man, because today you've like officially broken the B point. I guess you did it yesterday a little bit, but you'd fall through today, and yeah, very slow going, up 0.64%, but now down 0.28% after hours. You think you could meander on up to 405 and hit the pattern completion zone of the bearish Gartley, which is confluent with the support resistance, and that's where the bear market takes back over, where we start reacting really well and start outperforming because it's a bear trend. I mean, dude, you just got every day, right? Every day a different company announcing they're going to be laying off employees. They're going to be freezing hires. Microsoft was the one today that announced that. And yeah, man, it's just blah. Yeah, there could be a little more upside here, just to fulfill the nice, you know, reliable W pattern. But if it never gets up there, holy crap, that's miserably bad. This is still in a very real bear market. You just got to understand, man, this is the type of price action you get in bear markets. Okay, you're not safe. Like, being long, like, it's gonna hurt eventually, because you're eventually gonna end up making a lower high than your high from June 2nd. Okay, and it'll probably be a gap down day too. You'll get caught. Yeah, Google, Microsoft, Apple, they also announced it. Netflix, Ford, dude, it's like unstoppable. Like, it's just gonna keep going, man. Like, all the signals are there, implying huge economic downturn. But you can just keep ignoring it the whole way down, I guess, if you want to. I don't know, man. The technicals set us free back in late March, early April. That was it for us. That confirmation distribution was it. It was the end of the bull market. Okay, you know, so Spider, Dow Jones, whatever, you know, same thing, same Gartley is going to take you up to the supply line probably. You haven't quite broken that B point, but, you know, again, dude, it's just like...
Nice flow in tough times, Mitch. Let me share my first public TA. BTC head and shoulders at 30 and 15 minutes. Target minus 7%. 0,5 Fibonacci retracement. Who knows where this leads us? All good. In TA we trust.
India, thanks for threes, dude. Just know that, like, when you're trying to... I mean, it can play out. It can work sometimes. But to me, like... And, I mean, Bolkowski says to not even use TI anything unless the daily. But, like, I'm just saying, when you're looking at such insignificant time scales like the 15-minute, the 30-minute, dude, you cannot rely on pattern recognition. Like, recognizing patterns can be folly and can fail miserably. So, and remember, TA is just more so about being able to manage your risk, right? Because when you're doing TA, traditional technical analysis, all it's about are key levels from history and supports and resistances, necklines, confirmation lines, right? Momentum shifting. You're being able to identify that and know where the key levels are and what a breakout is. But when you're doing it on, again, such small, insignificant time scales, looks can be very deceiving and they can be very unreliable. So I don't recommend, like, even trying to recognize a Bolkowski pattern on those time scales at all. Just my opinion. But yeah, people are gonna do their thing. So, all right, so there could be more upside on the Dow Jones. I mean, not much, but it would make too much sense if it went to the supply line 32,560, right, and hit that 786. There's no bearish edge, at least you got that going for you. So yeah, meander on up, man. Keep it going. Keep the bear market rally going. Induce buying from scrubs, so those scrubs can be exit liquidity for the big boys when we get there.
AFRM Affirm. Thanks, Mitch.
What's up, Kirk, man? Thanks for the 20 super chat. Really appreciate it, man. Kings, dude. Okay, Dow Jones, Nasdaq. It's the Nasdaq that, you know, very nice, right? I mean, like, three valleys right there. Very similar to Bitcoin. I mean, very similar to Bitcoin. Eerily similar. And now exceeding those two peaks, which is, you know, S&P, Dow Jones kind of flirting with still. But yeah, what do you think, man? If you hold this level long enough, why not 12K, 11.9? There it is. I mean, this is a big zone, a huge zone. A zone of inflection. Breaking that, there could be more massive upside. But that's a tall order, dude, with all these layoffs and stuff. So, you know, you've just been destroyed, but hey, you're at the heart line now. You officially tested that heart line of this downtrend you've been in, you know. So, like, you know, support, resistance, now resistance again. So if you break that, I think you very well could go to 13K, right? Very little price action above 12K until you get to 13K. So that would be wild, man. But let's see. That's a pretty good looking structure. That's like a cell wall of accumulation, you know, and I think Brad was even saying, hey, ascending triangle maybe? It looks more pronounced here, but it already broke out. But dude, you just can't be like, hey, I'm so bullish on an asset that ran up from the low point to the high point and it's at it. This is not a strategic area to be taking a fresh long at all. If anything, this is exactly where the asset class or the index fund could roll over, could reverse here, right? And it could go a little bit higher and, you know, free people out and get them induced to buy. 12K. So yeah, 4-day win streak. 4 days, man. Bear market rally stuff. Okay. Rust 2000, right? Because you break back above 1743 is a very thin order book, and you could make your way to 1926. If not, at least the supply line of the downtrend you've been in since the top back in November. So soon approaching 1860s. 4-day win streak, nice. There's a little bit more upside here, you'd think. It's very possible. There's a local high from May 18th that you're soon upon too. You'll test that. But yeah, still in a downtrend. But yeah, man, this happens occasionally. You know, in downtrends, you bottom out and you have rallies. Yeah. Strong stuff, man. That's Amazon. You could look at Amazon stock and look at it. Hey man, it looks like trying to bottom out here at a very key level, right? It's not like a random joke, dude. It's like, look here, 2018 pre-COVID crash highs, and then one time no one knows, second time everyone knows, and there's bullish divergence on the oscillators down there. I mean, my God, like if not then when, right? If not potential reversal with all that going on, then when? And you haven't even, you know, tested the, I would say 126. You got a little bit more upside. If you ever break that, then probably going to 144. Very possible. But there you go. And then I think you broke a supply line now. Yeah, you've done that. You broke the supply line, even back tested it before going upward. So almost a dragon, kind of dragon. Yep, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff to see a bear market rally ensue. But pretty much what I'm saying is no matter how high it gets, it's going to most likely, high probability, make a lower high than 163, 167. These two highs going to make a lower high eventually, wherever it goes. You go to 786, 886 from there. So let's just look at Tesla because it had earnings, man. Here's your Tesla. That doesn't really look so bullish to me. It's up 0.74%, man, but it is not above. If it gets above 772, 886, $886, very real possibility. But if it keeps staying below it like this for too long, and you know whatever, the market starts rolling over, 500 to 550 is the target in time. But yeah, man, you could go on the same type of like bear market rally. Man, this thing could go up to $1,000 and still be in a bear market. You get that? That's the crazy thing about it. It could do stuff like this, and then it just makes it a massive W shape like it did before, and then later, you know, September, October, it starts collapsing after a big run up. You know, so. But for now, you're below 772. You can't like Tesla below 772, but if it gets above it, if it does, there really is upside potential of 14%. But that hasn't happened yet. You're just waiting to see if it can break that. It survived earnings though. Okay, so that's kind of your Tesla. So we can shift to the metals, of course, like we do. Gold, very bad, very, very bad.
PPLT please, thanks bro.
What's up, the dude?
I don't know, sir.
Yeah, we'll look at it. Checks out. Yeah, so collision course for the swing low, right? 1677. If you break that though, meets back on the menu, boys. You break that local low here from last year, there's nothing that makes sense until at least 1522, 1450, maybe even lower. So yeah, full reset could be coming. You just gotta be careful, man. It's just ugly. A bounce can happen anytime, but whenever this bounce happens, it's gonna be a lower high eventually than 1872, and then a lower low after. So yes, a little bit of MACD bullish divergence kind of developing here, but where are the bids? They're not here, man. They're just not. Silver hanging on a little bit better, showing positive momentum today for the first time since June 22nd. Oh man, it's been like a month, but no bids. I'm thinking like, you know, eventually 1735 to 1585. You just take your time, man. It's really slow going, man. One day at a time. Each candle here represents 24 hours. So bear pole, bear flag, playing out, just hasn't gotten all the way down to its, you know, where I think you're probably going in time. Yeah. Copper, you know, has been utterly destroyed. It's trying to hang on to a 329 level from history, but 3 days in a row, pretty much failing to break it. All right, it's this level right here. If you were below it for a while, but if you get back below that, man, it's straight down to 297, 287. So just looking at it every day. There's no edge. The sellers aren't exhausted. It's just after such a collapse, yeah, some bids come in. Doesn't mean anything. Platinum, same thing, dude. Platinum, bearish and golden candle, following through, heading on to 825. Once you break 825 for real, 756. There's nothing bullish about this chart anymore at all. Okay, you had your chance, and after you confirm distribution, after your chance, it's done, dude. When you get back to this level, no way, man. Bearish, 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 and it's been really bearish. So after like a, you know, well, let's look at oil. You know that look at what happened, man. It like broke out, it broke the resistance, and then it gapped back down inside the channel. It looks better on the 4 hour, I think. Yikes, dude. But what that's some good respect there, you know. Can't break supply line. If you do, it's just a fake out. So if it doesn't hold 100, which is not, you go back to 95 bucks. Who knows? Maybe an inverse head and shoulders develops and it's kind of perfect, you know, and plays out. But for now, I'm thinking probably 95 bucks again. Unless you just start rallying now, you know, that's kind of it. You are in a downtrend after the big bearish shark pattern played out pretty well. You're just hitting local lows and bouncing off of them. You are not, in fact, making higher highs. If you say the same high, but pretty much a lower high than the previous high, barely. But yeah, it's real. That's all you got right now in a downtrend, man. And of course, natural gas can't be stopped. It's just, you know, it's okay. That was so effing real, wasn't it? Yep, fundamental issues. Germany's going back to the Stone Ages. Hey, you're gonna be reliant on Russia for energy. Go ahead and laugh. And now who's laughing? Wow. So you broke the resistance. I don't know. You're just hanging out at this April 19th high, V-shaping like crazy, going for an attempted rally here. If you break, I mean, you're breaking it. You probably go up to 884. But dude, above 763, you could be seeing 980. I mean, that's the price action you get all the time, up in like thin order book above 763, really thin order book. So it could be topping out anywhere, but I mean, you've seen some straight lines up to 980 above 763. So I think it's like you had the big rally, then the sell off, and now you're attempting a rally. I don't know if it's gonna make a lower high or a higher high here, but yeah, natural gas can't be stopped. It's crazy, literally insane. Eventually, you think it'll be making a hidden bearish divergence if it tops out lower than the previous high. So, yeah. Yeah, it's not. So that's kind of like your oil and gas, but like, you know, we took we were taking a look at the other commodities yesterday. You know, they had a big pump. King to the church, dude. Bruh. What's up, crypto hoarder man? How you doing? Thanks, dude. Holy crap.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $107.01. Shout out to my fellow kings. 0.070000000 ETH.
Dude, you come in, you throw down like that, man. It's just like unreal. I'm like stupidly grateful, and I don't think I could ever, again, articulate a way to truly show it. Thank you, man. Holy crap. And these market conditions too. It's like right crazy. It's like that Moon Boy, he retired, dude. The legends of old are gone. They are just statues now in our community. But you're a living legend, right? Where all others have turned to stone. Well, you know, they didn't turn to stone. It's not like Medusa or anything, but you get it. Thank you, man. Holy crap. So, there's more upside on natural gas. But yeah, the food commodities, right? Like corn, you know, it's done, dude. Like, why not 522? Cycle's over for corn, man. That right there, that's terrible. That's almost fatal price action, fatally bearish. Where it's just, oh, you're bottoming out and you're gonna, and that's it. You start rolling over and just, no way, man. 522 eventually. Okay, corn got another 11.64% downside. Yeah, dude, sorry about your corn. At least we'll be able to afford more. Oh wait, the price at the grocery store is not gonna go down, dude. Soybeans, also terrible price action, man. It's terrible. Like, this type of price action is as bearish as it gets, you know, just local lower highs, start rolling over, no bids. Yeah, you go test 1289 again, and you'll just gap down below it. And then you'll just see probably 1185 there. Very bad. The cycle's over for commodities, food commodities anyway. Wheat futures, hey man, it didn't collapse. That's great, man. Doesn't mean it's bullish. Just made a lower low. It's gonna rally and not make a higher high than the previous high. It I'm thinking at this point it won't even test 919 again. Nope, you're not gonna test 919 before rolling over again. It's the food. Rice is different because it. Oops, sorry. Rice, you know, it hasn't truly done all the bad things yet that the others have. You know, like confirmed highs and big sell-offs. It's kind of just still making higher lows. Hasn't made a higher high yet, but it could. You know, until it rolls over from here and then confirms the lower high and makes a lower low, it's still uptrending pretty hard. You know, can't count rice out yet, but maybe soon, based on the way the wind's been blowing. Speaking of the way the wind's been blowing, hog futures, right, hits, of course, hits this 9260 area, right, two peaks. Look at this, how it's almost everything, right? It's so insanely real of a level, okay? You hit that level and you've bounced. You're bouncing off of it. You're getting back above the 200-day moving average. You tell me, how would one trade this right here every day? Imagine being a day trader of hog futures. Psycho stuff there. So anyway, I don't know how much more upside you'll have here. I don't think the gap's filling anytime soon. I think at any time it's going to start rolling over, and then eventually 92.60 will break. We'll go to $86, and then it'll eventually do a full reset. That's your hogs. We can pay attention to cattle futures, just because it has some alligator blood. I do suspect that the cycle's kind of over for it, but it hasn't really quite given up yet like the others. It's trying to stay below that 200 moving average, trying to make a higher low after making lower highs. And it could run all the way up to 141, make a bearish Gartley or something, make another lower high and then roll over later. But I'm thinking, yeah, this will be done in time, but it could still rally from here and attempt to threaten the previous highs. You know, I'm just talking about something like like a Gartley. Yeah, it would be a freaking Gartley, man, right? 786. Yeah, you go up to 141. You're not in a bull trend. I mean, you're still in the midst of transitioning from a bull trend to a bear trend, even if you run up there. So just pay attention. That's a very real possibility. Lumber futures really struggling at this $623 area. You're already back below the May 2018 high. If you don't hold the 623, you're going for that type 2 probably down to 534, but then eventually 460. Where are the bids? You were getting some, but come on, man. You only have, and unfortunately for you, if you like lumber futures, if you're bullish on lumber, you got hidden bearish divergence. Very clear here. Continuation implied downward. How far downward will we get? Probably enough to break the support, which could take you much lower, unfortunately. Okay. Cotton, that has been over for a while, has rallied miraculously to back test the old 92.81 as resistance again, back in 2013. But really, 2008, failing to break that, you're going to 65 bucks. So very, very key level, as you could just see, that you have not broken yet. This looks like a 4-hour descending broadening wedge or something it's trying to break. You know, even if it breaks this though, who cares? It's not going to take out the previous high. It's just, so wherever it rallies to, it could go to 112, it goes to 130, still gonna make a lower high and eventually roll over later. So I'm saying the cycle's like over, even if you get some sort of rally here. Okay. Got 11 minutes till your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, like button below, so thanks for being here. Join the Discord if you haven't. It's where the conversation continues when this live stream ends. Okay. You know, orange juice started pivoting a couple days ago, inverted hammer stuff, and yeah, it could rally all the way to 164 again. Okay, I think it's just going to make a lower high than previous highs, and it's going to roll over again, man. Eventually see 130. I don't know when though, you know. Then that insane run on coffee continuing, right? Dude, let's go. He's doing the duplicate contribution. The 107. What does the $7 represent, man? The 7 kings?
Crypto_hoarder tipped $107.32. I am but one of many kings. Appreciate you, Mitch. 0.070000000 ETH.
Thanks, Hoarder, man. One of the 7 kings or something. Much love, dude. Yeah, trying, troubling times. But remember, the trying, troubling times never last, right? The trying, troubling times are like the storm, right? The good times are like the blue sky, right? The sun, always there, just being covered right now by a system that will soon pass. Thanks, man. So, right, coffee, you can do whatever it wants, but it's probably, you know, unless something miraculous happens, probably going to make a lower high than 238, 240. And that's what we need, right? The cycle is probably over based on the lower highs, lower lows, the distribution. But yes, a very, very miraculous rally occurring for it just looks like a simple back test at 220, 222, right? You can't be that surprised if it runs to those levels and then reverses. Yeah. So get right coffee in time again. Yep. Okay. All right. So we got a couple requests. Get them knocked out.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Let's see here. Check my notes. Affirm. Wow, dude. AFRM, dude. Are you kidding me? Nice, man. Can we get some Jesus chimes for AFRM?
Is that a joint?
Oops. Very nice. Very, very nice, man. No, this was you requested it. It was on stream. And that's it, man. Yep. Wonderful. The target goes 31 bucks, right? My God, though, you broke 26.12. You're in a downtrend, man, but this stuff, like, it played out. It's a bullish cipher, type 2 return, bullish divergence. It was gorgeous, man. Literally beautiful. It doesn't always play out like this, but this time it did, and for that we are grateful. Wonderful stuff, man. And you think possibly what could be developing here is just a larger W bat that would take you to the 886, which is right there. And eventually, if we're going for a larger wave structure, 48 bucks, right? But it'll pull back eventually with the macro and hopefully make a higher low and run again. But yeah, you're approaching the C point, right? Very good. Let's go, Kirk, man. Let's go. All right. The next request. And I think this thing did break. Oh, it did, man. It did break a, right, like a supply line also was breached on the 19th of July, yesterday. Testing that 200 moving average for the first time since December 15th. So the first time of the year it's touched this 200 moving average on the 4 hour on AFRM. AFRM, yeah. Sweet, dude. PPLT, Aberrand, physical platinum shares. Yeah, so this is just a platinum ETF, isn't it? So there's no point really looking at it as much as we would just spot price. But yeah, this is bearish. This is very, very bearish here, man. Okay. Bearish. We look at spot price every day, right? Can't make this as thick. So this would be way more slender. Thin and slender is thinner. So I want to mark that down. So there it is, man. The mark of death if you break 78.29 for real. Could be thinner or thinler. You know, either one. Anything else? No? Yep. So I'm thinking probably going down to 72.87 if you don't hold this, and that means a lot of downside. My issue is it had a chance, had the M shape and played out, and it confirmed distribution, and then again below the 200-day moving average. Everything's bearish, man. Like it could rally a little bit, but what it's going to do, if it does rally, which I don't think it will make a lower high than 95 bucks and roll over again and make a lower low. And I'm thinking eventually on this chart, 72 bucks, 73 bucks. What do I use? What? Oh yeah, I have a Corsair 95 or something like that. What's up, Aqua dude? Let me well, I can check my old orders. Let's see. Did a K95 maybe? Let's see. Yeah, the K95. Yeah. Mechanical RGB platinum keyboard. K95 platinum. Boom. Yeah, bad news here, man. Very, very bad news, right? I'm thinking a full reset on this eventually. Well, think about it, man. Everything's done. The B point's broken, right? At least 786. But I'm, oh my God, I'm in log scale. Kill me. All right, yeah, still thinking bearish, man. Bearish, bearish, bearish. Either 786 takes you below that level, but an 886 most likely in time, which is 62.61. That's probably the target, but it might take months. What a trend, man. Not really what you're looking for. It's not good when you, oh, we're going to reverse, and then you start making lower highs again. Distribution comes back. It's like the trend is your friend, and trend is very bearish here. Oh, it is a great keyboard, man. I don't advocate, you know. I mean, I'm not getting paid by them, so it's just kind of like my experience with the Corsair K95 Platinum has been wonderful. But I use Corsair. I have the Obsidian 1000D. I have the Corsair Vengeance RGB RAM. I've got all the, what are the fans called, the model number, whatever.
Can you look at $OLPX stonk? Looks like ready to break out to higher dollar, man shrugging.
Yeah, what's up, Jeffrey, dude? Well, look, thank you, man. Corsair QL 120s. I've got 11 of them in my case. So, yeah, I'm Corsair Moonboy when it comes to RGB and stuff. So, man shrugging, indeed. All right, so those are your requests. Let's go to the next one that is brand new. Super fresh. Oh my God, dude. Wow, it was beautiful, man. It was effing beautiful. Look at that. I don't know. Why are you asking about it now? Where are you before, dude? That's like textbook inverse head and shoulders breakout, but it's also spring back test of spring stuff, you know? It's, come on, man. Like that. Wow. Incredible. And you just think about, oh, hey, yeah, that's like a textbook momentum shifting structure. You can look at it like that, whatever. But you broke the neckline, and if it's real, which we don't know if it's real, dude, it might be bull crap. I've seen them completely fail, and it's just a range, right? If it breaks below 17 bucks, you're probably going to $13 again. But if it's real, down, up, down. I mean, I'm thinking your target from here would need to probably be 22 bucks if it's a real breakout. That's a big if, man. Real big if. Yeah, I mean, I have memory of this place, and I had a couple lines. Everything but the inverse head and shoulders, you see. I had the 1291, 22s, had them plotted, so it came to back test. So UEC is making kangs, man. Most bullish asset in the world, most likely. I mean, in my opinion, the way it looks. So you got your levels, Jeffrey, man. Your local nudes. Good. Go to Bitcoin. Right? Probably this if it's real. If it's fake, probably 13 bucks and this is gonna fail. So just keep your eye on that, all right? Up 3.24%. Let's go to Bitcoin. That will close, you know, 4 hour. It looks worse than it is. Daily is just kind of like meh. Indecision candle after a couple amazing days, right? So you're just looking here at this for now. This is a channel kind of overbought in the short term. Trend. Do I answer super chat questions? Yeah, but you know, I didn't even, the TTS didn't even go off, dude. It's like a 1% interest rate hike next week will affect Bitcoin. Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, they're doing it. They're trying to collapse demand. So, you know, you're gonna need stock market at much lower levels. You're gonna need people got to be way poorer than they are now. So sorry. So yeah, it's new day. The daily, if you want to see it. There it is. It was just kind of like nothing. Like nothing. Oh, okay. Wow. 24 hours of, wow, your highest price since June 13th, but you closed lower than you did yesterday, but it's fine. Short-term buyers still in control on the daily. Yeah. And really, I mean, yeah, you got a candle high close at 23,886. You break that, man. Oh my God. Why not, man? Why not 28K? Up, down, and then up 28.8. Oh my God. And then the trade setup would hit all the targets and it'd be wonderful. But you know, again, it's just kind of like you're fighting the 4 hour versus the daily here, where it's been a nice little run, and you could pull back a little bit more today, but at the same time, dude, Bitcoin, it's already been shattered and destroyed for so long. So, you know, Jesus challenge, not bad, dude. There's your Jesus challenge for the new day. Also, that, and then Ethereum, which Ethereum on the 4 hours, like, I don't see what's wrong with 1420. If you just start rallying here, that's part of the wave, the impulse. What a crazy impulse if it just keeps going to 1730 before back testing 1420. Remember, 1420 is a huge deal. It's like Bitcoin's 19891. It's the previous cycle top, January 2018. It's crazy. You broke it, and there's been no form of back test. So, but yeah, definitely diverging a little bit, maybe on the 4 hour, 60 minute for sure, right? Has to, like 60 minutes, like all kind of, yeah, nasty bearish divergence there. But that's what I think. Like there'd be nothing wrong with a pullback. You still making a higher low. You're doing the successful back test, and then you rally. But yeah, sure, just keep pumping, dude. Whatever. That's it, man. That's your local indicates, man. Just looking back, nothing crazy going on. Except for, you know, Elon announcing that they sold their 75% of their crypto holdings. That was kind of crazy, and definitely there was definitely a reaction on the market. That's for sure. You know, I think Bitcoin was around $23,700, and it got as low as $22,928 before rallying some. So. Yep, you just think with Bitcoin and then BNB too, like they're just a little overbought in their short-term uptrends. So there could be a little more downside. Look for a back test 247, but if not, hey man, right? There's still an active trade set up on Bitcoin, and here it is, man. There it is, right? The entry was $20,600. Well, last I checked, we're at $23,300. So you're up off that entry. And it's just taking a chance, man, because you knew where we were. You knew that red line there was everything, and you knew right there were 3 failed attempts by sellers to really break it and keep prices down below it. So third time is a charm, the rule of 3, and hidden bullish divergence. Why not? Why not? Failed breakdowns have consequences, and these are the consequences. A lot more up. Yeah. So I'm not really worried about it. You got to let it ride, man. 24,883, 26,580, 28,642. And then you probably exit. I mean, you would. I mean, I think it would be wise. I mean, my God, if you get to the third target, man, things go perfectly like that, you're probably going to make a lower high and roll over again. But whatever. My hand was forced yesterday by so much hate. So I don't know, man. I've been live over an hour, got through the requests. Not too much market activity today. So but I guess we could look at some of these altcoins, what I'm talking about. They're just ugly, like real, just disgusting, man. Like look at this, like FIL coin, 4 hour. Like here's the top of the range, hits the bottom of the range, you know, rallies, goes to the top of the range, and just completely rejected. The rejection's there, and then sells off, is now like, you know, dumped to the midpoint of the rectangle right there, right? Just like, ugh, what the heck, man? Saying like that's not anything bullish, that's so bearish, like just a bearish rectangle going on. Look at GRT, like a bearish shark there. Like a textbook bearish shark. I mean, 886, what a reaction. Maybe makes it bullish 5-0. Makes a higher low than 10 cents. Maybe back tests it and then rallies. Kind of gross, man. Like ICX. Gross, man. It's like, what are you doing, dude? You're like falling back below a key, 2.9 cent area. Making about the same highs you've been making.
3-day close above wick on 15th of June. I like it.
Sweet egg. I mean, yeah, 3-day. The 3-day close. That's great, man. No one's saying that this little bear market rally Bitcoin's in can't continue. It's just looking at some of these coins, it's just like, it's awful, man. It's like, look at this high, like failed again. But yeah, I mean, if it makes a higher low, then everything's fine, you know, on this one. KNC was another one that, like, look, man, like the top of the little range here, 154, you failed. You know, is it gonna just make a higher low? And if it's a rectangle and it makes a higher low and then rallies back to 154, there's 70% chance of a break out to the upside, right? I mean, so it may not be dead yet, but it's like you're seeing these failed breakouts on some of these assets, man. Chainlink couldn't break 736. Doesn't mean it can't make a higher low again and run and test it and then break in good 872. So I'm just saying, like, a lot of these altcoins are hitting resistance and they're just not able to stay broken out, right? Matic was amazing run, but like that level we've had plotted here forever, 8.8 or 88 to 94 cents. You like upthrusted and then back tested the upthrust and then rolled over, but it doesn't mean it's over. It just means like you could be coming down to 74 to 69 cents again to test it. All right, look at like Neo. It's got like, look, it's like a rectangle here and it upthrusted through the rectangle and broke back into it. So it's not like no breakout, you know? OMG, same thing. Look at this beautiful little range here, and like couldn't break the top of the range, just tested it and failed. But again, if Bitcoin's going to keep rallying, which you could, you know, and go to the targets of the trade setup, if this thing where it bottoms out and starts making, if it comes back to this $2 area, there's a 70% chance it's going to break upward, and then it could very well run to like 250. So we're just looking for now on all these alts that have failed to break out. We're just looking for them to pivot and to retest the top of the range again, and then we're in business. Definitely in business then. Like ZRX, look at this. It's just like, this one's just so bad. It's like, sure, it's gonna break up, man, break to the upside, but it just miserably bearish. Like, you're below like such a key level historically. Like, look at this support resistance, you're below that, and you're just right now locally making lower highs like that. In fact, you're somehow like, my God, you're somehow making like bearish divergence, classic bearish divergence on the daily. Bearish and golden candle yesterday. It just looks awful. Like, it's not going to collapse if Bitcoin rallies, but if Bitcoin is done, like, this thing's going to 16 to 11 cents. You know, it's just awful, man. Just ones like that. Lindsay Cash, you know, it broke its little possible wedge here, but it's just going up making 886s, right? Like from the high to low, What was 786, right? Bearish divergence on the 4 hour, very real. And I don't know how well it's going to perform, because you might be in that short-term, you know, short-term bullish little rally. So it might be okay, but dude, it's tough, man. Look at Uniswap, right? Like it's back below $7, and below $7, I'm thinking minimum 581, you know? So much bearish divergence up there and below all the levels, like just, so there could be like, from where it is now, there could be like another 15% downside. Tesla's trying, you know, Tesla's similar to Atom with the 3 valleys. You know, it tried to break the 167 but failed, and it's back below it now. God. But what a run it's been on. Not really. 122 to 180, that's cool and all, but it's such a massive underperformer. Like, none of these alts, man, are really doing anything that would like imply that the bear market's over, dude. We're gonna make it. We're not gonna make it right now. Not with this price action for this long, dude. It's been over a month now, and this is all you got. This is all you got after 30 days. That's the bulls having the ball right now, and so far it's miserable. That's not bullish price action. That is not how bullish reversals of overall trends occur, not this. Nope. 1 month now. Getting about that time too for resolution. God. Yikes. What's up, De Niro? China? Crazy? Who talk? China? Tanks in China? Yeah, man. Yeah, tanks in China. That's true, man. Bank runs. Everything's fine, dude. Everyone keeps saying, all the media, all the politicians keep saying everything's fine, man. It's not. They were saying it was fine last year, too. It's not. $47 days till you market dump all your Crow. Dude, Crow, Matt Damon coin. Matt Damon coin. Yeah, look at this. It's got this peak right here. Hard to...
You ate hype. Let's check it. Much love.
What's up, Near Moon Boy? Todd, man. Thanks for the 1777 repeating, of course. Thank you, dude. Yeah. So the same thing, you could probably plot like a channel and it upthrusted, and then it, you know, it's hitting the heart line and failing to break the heart line. And, you know, you probably headed down to 12.4 cents from here. Yeah, dude, I don't know if you're going to get many, you're not going to be getting higher prices for much longer on stuff like this. This stuff is so like controlled and slow going. You'll get another big markdown again probably at some point. It's just like, when will Bitcoin, when is it over for Bitcoin? The question is, or the answer would be when it's over for the equities market. I guess maybe when the S&P sees the 786 of that bearish Gartley continuation. Yeah. UEC, yeah, man, incredible, dude. Just literally amazing, man. It's like what this chart, dude, is just spectacular. Just such a trend. You're in higher highs, higher lows only higher highs, higher lows. And then back testing, support, resist. Look at this resistance from 2015, man. Resistance from 2012, support from 2011, resistance from 2009. You confirmed that was support after a drawdown, and now you're rallying, and your target's going to be $4. If you break $4, then you're going to, let's say, 465 to 482. For now, it's spectacular until it's not, right? Until it stops making higher highs, higher lows. So I dig it for now, and there's still a little bit more upside on it, you know. That's it, dude. That's your Uranium Energy Corporation. So what do y'all think? Y'all think that Bitcoin just going to pivot here? Look, I mean, it is testing this one little peak for now. That one peak from June 16th, trying to hold that support, and that's where the bids came in, it seems like. Or does it have more downside? In this short-term uptrend, do we have more downside than before? Or, you know, whatever. You go into the bottom of the channel, you hit the bottom, the top, bottom, the top. Yeah, you kind of miss like the best price for UEC than Friday or Monday or before. But yeah, man, I'm just wondering, like, is that real life, or is it just more like you're just gonna just go straight up, man? I mean, that would be amazing. I'd like for this to trade set up target sooner rather than later. Start layering out. Come on, man. You know, as it started, right? How it started. Why not, man? It's already been so destroyed, so why not? No problem taking a chance. So close to that stop loss anyway, you know, if it goes against you. It's just like, can we just hit 25K before really rolling over? That'd be nice. Yeah. Then let me show you one asset that I think is really bearish right now in its own level, its own league. This is Tron, you know, oh man, dude, Tron, USDD, it's going to make it, man. It's so bullish. It's like, no, it's not. It's not, man. It was a great start to the short trade setup posted. But look at the range, man. Look at 7 cents. Look how, you created it June 22nd. It wasn't created, actually. It's more historical than you think. You test it and you test it again. And it's a lower high. It's an 886 from this high to the low. 88% retrace. Don't you dare ignore 886 retraces and then sell-offs and then rallies and then lower highs than the previous high locally and then shooting stars. Don't be like, are you ignoring that stuff? What are you doing? So from there, hey, opportunity possibly to see the bottom of the range again if this is going to be respected. So and let me show you on like the 8 hour, I think, and you can really see, look at this, okay? It's a candle high close from January 2022, right? 2 times. Then look, price action correlation February 2022. Look at these reversals, right? Look at this. You up thrusted through it and reversed there to April of 2022 of this year. And then look, it's like July 9th and now July 18th. And look below the 200 moving average on the 8 hour. It looks like it's topping out, man. And it looks like there's a lot more downside here. So that's just my opinion, man. But we'll see how it plays out. I don't know how well it could even play out if Bitcoin rallies. That's the problem. Like, Bitcoin still could be in the midst of its little bear market rally that could take us higher than you think, and that would be tougher for this to perform well on a dump, right? It won't dump as hard. Oh yeah, by the way, on the 8 hour, by the way, look, from the highest high to the lower high. What is that? That's hidden bearish divergence. So continuation downward implied at the resistance, at the key inflection point, after the up thrust and the back test of the up thrust. Yeah, so anyway, that was just like my take on possibly some bearish looking stuff, at least for Tron, US dollar. I mean, there's a little bearish divergence, but it's playing out and not really going too far. It's still in this parabolic uptrend for now. It's been a wrecking ball. It's been destroying the world, hasn't it? All the emerging market currencies have just been decimated. So, getting hungry. I'm gonna go actually get some dinner. And yeah, man. So that we've gone across the markets. We kind of updated, got the update on the new data, the new candles. And dude, I mean, like, I feel like when we do pump for real or dump for real, I'll try to be live. But man. I don't know, yesterday I tried it and it was terrible. Like, so much hate for a pump stream. It's like, what? So, yeah. That's where we are on the DXY. Still fine.
So BTC dumped in May last year and then dumped again in May this year on the same days. So last year it bounced on 21st of July and it's close to 22nd of July. Just saying.
Oh boy, you did something about the 12 hour or something on Bitcoin a minute ago. 3 day, not 12 hour, my bad. 3 day. The 3 day, it's amazing. Well, amazing on 3 day, right? 3 day ushers in the weekly, and that would take us probably to 28K. If you get weekly bullish evidence with 3 day, I mean, yeah, you just closed. This is the highest daily candle close, 3 day candle close since June 9th. Wonderful. What a freaking close, man. What a beautiful statement candle of sorts. Straight up, straight down. Why not straight up again? It could happen. That's why there's an active trade setup. Because it could happen again. If it holds and holds and holds 3 different times, my God, and there's all the divergence. I had an argument. There is an argument for upside on Bitcoin, like certainly. But again, we understand also that, hey man, money printer don't go burr anymore, and we are in a very well-established downtrend. So, but yeah, I mean, 3-day, it looks spectacular for now. Okay. Yeah, man, I just like, that's my issue when I look at Tron. Tron like isn't doing any of those things really. Tron to me looks terrible. Tron to me is like, oh yeah, dude, see you at 6.2 cents to 6.18 cents. Oh yeah. Flip the chart over, man. Right? Like after a massive impulse candle up, and now you're, you know, right below the 200. I don't know. It just doesn't look good to me. It looks like there could be a lot more downside on Tron, man. Or I guess upside from here. But anyway, yeah, I don't think that's good. That's not, even if it fails, it fails. But like, that's the whole thing. It's about risk management, and you were close enough before this was posted today. You were close enough to the stop loss level to where you had an equitable trade opportunity, a 3-to-1 reward to risk. So it was a great start for it, and I think there's way more downside on this. And if Bitcoin topped out, this thing would be going to like 5 cents.
MACD looks crap though. Let's see which one plays out.
Yeah, I think there could be a little more down first, and then a higher low, and then up after that. So, but yeah. Right, it's just like whatever, man. I think it's all this long extended positive momentum. You're eventually going to get some negative momentum and some price action. And if you had it like that, why not after hitting the supply line of the channel you've been in, right? Like that, man. That's overbought in an uptrend for now. Yeah, if you didn't know, Brad actually does all the mixes right now. He's actually changing the songs out every song. So if you want to know songs, just bother him. He would be happy to tell you every single song that's played on every single stream ever. Don't interrupt you during your set, exactly. So much conviction. Wow. So just not sure, man. Short term, whatever. It's not, I mean, it's like short term, like that was the argument, okay? That was literally the argument. Right now, you're trying to ask me, hey man, where are we going literally next? I have no idea. No idea if it's just gonna keep pumping and break this and rally to hit the targets trade setup, or it's gonna dump further. Then eventually, I think it eventually make a higher low because all the oscillators showing divergence and stuff. So, yep. Wow. So did y'all know that BlackRock just lost the largest amount of money lost by a single firm over a 6-month period? In the first half of this year, it lost $1.7 trillion of its clients' money. Wow. No big deal. Just got word from above. Anyway, yeah, no BlackRock, dude. I can't believe that, man. Dude, those people are like the epitome of evil in our society, in our world now. It's these people, it's like late stage capitalism stuff where the people get so much money that they then reinvest all that unlimited money that they have into like news and media and farmland and weird stuff where they can start controlling like everything. And it's just getting really weird now and dystopic, you know? I don't know. I'm not saying there's like anything better than capitalism. I'm just saying like there's stuff going on now that it's like, oh wow, you know, when capitalism was invented, right? It was never like whoa, dude, we're now seeing the craziest parts of it, you know, happening. Like the huge disparity of wealth between individuals like that we've ever seen. We're starting to see like the bad side effects of it. It's like, yikes, man, really bad. TTS minimum for a song request. I'll go with $2,000, Jeffrey. Right, $2,000 for a TTS minimum for a song request, since this is not a song request channel. Okay, but if you know, Crypto Hoarder wants to hear a song or something, you know, it has to be absurd, because it's the whole point of me saying that's like no one's gonna do that. So it's like that's the point. Yeah, Montana might. Yeah, dude, really. No, I'm just saying though, like it's bad now. It's like real bad, because you can see what they're doing. It's like, I don't know, they're getting like deeply pervaded within governments, and then like unelected bureaucratic groups like the UN and the World Economic Forum and stuff. Like, you know, just these like weird connections. You know, like the Netherlands president's brother like owns like some sort of like supermarket, and Bill Gates buying all the farmland, and they're like, they have agreements with each other, and it's just like, oh, and then all of a sudden, well, we're gonna bankrupt all the farmers. It's like, what's happening? This is weird stuff, man. It's not conspiracy. This is actually weird things occurring, okay? Join the Discord to be destroyed, right? There it is. The mixed answer always will be Darude by Sandstorm. Always. So, yeah, man. Just gotta wonder. And the thing is, we never even back tested this 22,561. I mean, I think that's a very real possibility that Bitcoin goes and sees 22,561 next. We get some negative momentum. We end up back testing. We hold support, make it higher. Then we run again. And we see in 24.8, and then we get that first targeted trade set up. You know. Meanwhile, Zuckerberg all in on Metaverse. Yeah, kind of. I think they realized how bad that was, such a bad idea. But no, dude, he's already, you know, Zuckerberg's all in on I don't know, he's in bed with everyone else, like all these tech oligarchs, and deplatforming, canceling, and whatever, man, censoring, crazy stuff. Too early. It's just like, man, you're just in no man's land. You just had a 30% run in a week, right? Bitcoin just ran 30% in a week off the fake breakdown, and now you've hit possibly what could be considered overbought territory in the short-term uptrend. You have reacted at it somewhat, maybe started to reverse, and I think you could at least go see 22,561 first after such a good run before going higher. Could go lower than that, man. Go all the way down to 20,700 in time. Yeah, dude, it's whatever. So thanks for the 367 likes. We could have gotten 500 likes, I'm sure, today, but it's just gonna be one of those days, man. No live price action in a bear market. That's normal stuff. So all right, so
Hey Michi, hope you're doing well today. Can you take a look at the All-Star Beanie Baby Pulse Dogecoin? Thanks.
sure, dude. We'll look at Post Malone Doge Chain. Okay, thank you, dude. There it is. Well, there you go, Larry, right? What has it done? I'm not sure, really. You know, you see 488 or 103. You went to 488. You flipped the coin. It landed on the level, man. And that's not a joke. That's the wick high from May 2nd. That's the candle high close from June 3rd. And then above that, if you break that, I mean, there's nothing there. Right? There's nothing till 635. So, and it's kind of like a whacked out, steroided up 1, 2, 3 rising valleys of sorts, kind of. But look what it did after it hit that. You know, it hits the resistance and then drops 13% because that's a real resistance. It's not a joke, right? So, if it, in drafting, maybe it stalls here, but it could go to 366 to back test that level as a support for going higher. Well, there you go, man. Every day we're gonna look at it, and it seems like the range has been touched again. So if all you want to see happen now, whenever it gets done, you know, it may not take long at all. It may just make a higher low locally. It may just holds a demand line. But if it sees 488 again, 70% chance of a breakout. So I think there's a really high probability if it sells off, makes a higher low, and then rallies and tests 488 one more time, big breakout chance. So it's cool though, man. It's cool. It's going on, right? It's going crazy, dude. Look, it broke it, dude. It broke out. I'm thinking maybe it's more like 1 and 2 here on the bottom. It's really, I have no idea why I'm doing this, but if you do it like that, it's almost like a perfect channel where you had 1 and 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top, and then the heartline respect is really good, and then you just went and tested the top of the channel again. So you're just like it's like just visualizing, right? Contextualizing the uptrend you are currently in on this for now. Yeah, like, my God, dude, you adjust it kind of like perfectly. Here's your uptrend, man. Break 48. Could be going, like, why not? I don't know, there's nothing else there. So that's it, dude. Nice one. Pulse Malone Doge Chain coin. Nice, dude. 20 more likes for 20. Nice, dude. All right, so Bitcoin, no more green for now. Maybe you're coming on down to test 22,561 after a 30% rally in 7 days. Let's go, dude. Okay, so just pay attention if you're a Pulse Doge Milan chainer, coiner, connector. What could happen? You know the levels, right? That's all I can do. I can present you the levels, and you tested one, you're down 13% from testing it, but if you test it again, there could be a lot of upside, and that's it. It's all technical, dude. Yeah, 12 hour, a little bit of bearish divergence. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you're right. Again, man, you're overcooked a little bit. You could pull back some, and it's still fine. All right, so got about 45 minutes till dinner. Going somewhere. And I think it'll be good, hopefully. Well, I know it'll be good. So I'm just like killing a little time, I guess. Oh my God, dude. Just don't know, man. What happens if a back test of 959 happened? I mean, that wouldn't be weird either. Like, it back tests this level and nothing bad happens to the market. I mean, yeah, speculators FOMO'd at the top, they get destroyed, okay, then they probably sell at the support and then it rallies, you know? I mean, what's wrong with that idea? There's nothing wrong with that. You just broke it convincingly, and what would be wrong with a pullback and then a run again later? I mean, everything about Chicago, my God, man, I don't know, the freaking... a lot of things. I mean, the food was really good, like amazing. Like, the drinks were good. I loved all the people, but I really loved like the river going through the city. I thought that was amazing. I don't know, man. I'm not used to like that many people around, and I love that. I really loved like just, oh my God, you know, we were going to the Cubs game, and it was just like there was that. We were going down Lakeshore Avenue or whatever, and all those people on the bike trail running and biking, and just like, dude, that's like more. I saw more people that I think live in Birmingham. It was amazing. It's like so many. I'm sure there's so many cool people that you could meet, be friends with, or if it was a girl, other things, right? Just a lot of opportunity, you know, for social meetings, right? A lot more than here. So we did love that. You want to see something really, really nasty? Like, look at the euro. Look at the euro, dude. It's just like making a lower high, and what's happening on the MACD. It's so awful, man. Like, just every time, dude, just all it does. Number go down. Relief rally. Kind of in the middle of nowhere, right? No, yeah, you're back above that 101. That's right. But if you're showing hidden bearish divergence, I don't know why you're gonna stay above it. Yeah, that's just bad. All it does is lose. I don't know why it would change. Policy's not changing, so why would anything change? And all the currency pairs are doing that. They're just coming off of their little scrub rallies, pathetic scrub rallies. 12-hour looks pretty good on Bitcoin in terms of the channel. The channel looks well defined and nice. Right, this is the way it looks in the 12-hour. You did bearish engulf, you know, technically. Doesn't mean it's going to literally usher in the reversal, but it did cover the previous candle after hitting the top of the channel 1 and 2 and then 3, right? Hits it, and that's it. And then, yeah, right here, what Egg was talking about was the high, then the higher high, and you do have lower levels here. So you are kind of working on, I mean, bearish divergence somewhat on this time scale at this little peak here. So if pullback happens, it's not going to be that surprising. Again, you're up 30% in 7 days. That's not a joke. So yeah, minor pullbacks occur after 30% rallies. It happens, man. Okay, I'm just gonna get out of here. So I think I appreciate everyone coming out. Crypto Hoarder, thanks so much, man, for that 214.33. Gonna use that to, well, hypothetically, I'm not selling it, but I'm saying hypothetically gonna use that to go get some grub, some dinner, so I can recharge and do it all again tomorrow. Thank y'all for coming out, and we'll see what happens at this level. It's possible a little profit taking from some, but when the profit taking happens and the pullback occurs, thinking hopefully for now you end up making a higher low than previous lows, and then you run again to hit at least one of the 3 targets the trade set up, you know. And I think that will happen if the S&P 500 hits that 78% retrace, that bearish Gartley pattern completion zone. So anyway, nice stuff for now. It's not too bad on Bitcoin after all that news came out, you know, for Tesla. That's not too bad yet. So I'll just be back until next time. Respect the T. A. Oh, thanks for the 420 likes.
Is that a joint?